Yo, Joe. Talking comics, here's your host. It's A Real American Brian.
All right, let's dive into some more G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. We made it up to issue 15. On the cover, we see Quinn and Dr. Venom in a plane. Dr. Venom stomping on Snake Eye's fingers, trying to make him fall out of the plane. And this is a Denny O'Neil cover. The Red Eye to Miami. Larry Hama is writing, and Mike Vosberg and John D'Agostino are providing the art. We have a recap of the continuing story we have been getting. Snake Eyes and Dr. Venom escape from the sunken bunker to Sierra Gordo, only to be captured by the Cobra hit squad that had been masquerading as renegade government troops. The Baroness told Cobra Commander that she had killed the two of you. I guess it's up to me to show her up and finish off the job, good and proper. No, please, I'll do anything. I'll give you money. I have millions hidden in Zurich. Just don't shoot me. Let's do the world a favor and finish this creep before he contaminates the gene pool. The Cobra Renegade group discusses again taking the prisoners to the airfield before shooting them. Cobra Commander will want their bodies, but there is no reason they have to carry them through the jungle. They then realize they have another problem. They don't have a pilot. Fortunately, Dr. Venom can fly. The Cobras don't trust him, but have to reluctantly accept his help. Quinn slowly emerges from the water. Quinn comes up shooting, taking out all the Cobra Renegades, while Snake Eyes attacks Dr. Venom, holding him underwater, until Quinn forces him to let Dr. Venom up so he can fly them out of here. The three of them make it to the airfield and can see the damage left behind when the Joes were there, making their escape. They decide they need the big plane to travel the distance they will need to get back to Florida. They take out the guards, Snake Eyes grabs the seat in the gun turret, and Dr. Venom takes the pilot seat. Quinn is in the engineer's seat. Dr. Venom is able to get 3 of the 4 engines started. Quinn confirms in the flight manual they need all 4 engines to take off. Snake Eyes shoots at the gun in the tower and takes out the smaller fighter planes on the runway. The men in the tower call for a blockade of trucks at the end of the runway to stop the plane. Dr. Venom begins working on a plan to get that last engine to manually kick over. Snake Eyes takes out 2 trucks that were behind them, and Dr. Venom continues to work on getting that engine to start, and it does, just in time. As they reach the blockade at the end of the runway, they get airborne just in time, but knock their landing gear off in the process. Dr. Venom takes a break and lets Quinn take the controls. Quinn isn't trusting Dr. Venom and tells him that he better not try anything funny. Dr. Venom assures him he is in no position to ask Cobra for help as he sees him sending a message in Morse code. Back on the ground, there was one more Spitfire in a hangar. They got it in the air and chased down the big plane. The pilot of the smaller plane is staying away from Snake Eye's gun turret angle while he is attacking the larger plane. The small plane is outmaneuvering them, but Venom has an idea and puts them into a dive. He dips below the clouds and lets the other pilot's eyes adjust to the dark, then turns on all the running lights, temporarily blinding the pilot. The larger plane pulls out of the dive, but the Spitfire doesn't in time and crashes into the ground. Meanwhile, in Cobra headquarters, Destro and Baroness have good news for Cobra Commander. Dr. Venom is alive and sent them a message. He has the formula for the plague toxin to stabilize it, and he is willing to forgive Cobra attempting to kill him. Cobra Commander questions how Destro knew the Joes would attack the furniture factory, and Destro tells him that Scarface tipped him off. Back on the plane, Dr. Venom tells the other 2 men there is a problem with the bay door, and it will reduce their flight range. Dr. Venom sends Snake Eyes back to secure the door, and just as Snake Eyes is close, he opens the door. Quinn goes back to help Snake Eyes, and Dr. Venom pulls the plane up, dumping Quinn out the door as well. Quinn, barely hanging on, reaches down for Snake Eyes as his rope snaps. Eyes has cleaned Quinn's boot, and Dr. Venom comes back and attacks Quinn, trying to get both men to fall from the plane. Quinn takes the attack like a champ and climbs into the plane, pulling Snake Eyes up as well. He grabs Dr. Venom and is ready to throw him from the plane. Snake Eyes stops Quinn from sending Dr. Venom to his death. They still need him to finish the flight and to land the plane. Back at the pit, the Joes are going through everything they found in Springfield. They don't know exactly what Cobra was up to, but they do know that it involved printing ink. Back at Cobra headquarters, we get our first appearance of Major Bludd, as Cobra Commander has brought him in to help deal with Destro. Elsewhere in Cobra headquarters, Destro confesses his plot to Baroness and then confesses his love for her. The plane, flying closer to its destination, comes across a smuggler's boat that has some hidden firepower of its own. They exchange attacks, the plane's fuel tanks are hit, and they're leaking fuel onto the boat. The muzzle flash on the boat ignites the fuel and the boat explodes. Losing fuel, Dr. Venom orders the other two men to dump weight, remove everything that isn't necessary. Some innocent beachgoers see the plane coming in while Cobra seems to be sending someone to meet Dr. Venom when he lands. But he plans to meet him at the police station? Dr. Venom skips the plane across the water, bringing it to land on the beach. As the plane lands safely on the beach, beat to hell, but having 3 passengers that are still alive, a huge police presence is there waiting for them. The Cobra lawyer, waiting in the police station, gets Dr. Venom out while Quinn and Snake Eyes are taken to jail. That is issue 15. Dr. Venom, Quinn, and Snake Eyes are back in the U.S. Cobra Commander has shown he doesn't trust Destro and has brought Major Bludd in to help. We see Destro and Baroness are a romantic couple. This ongoing story keeps getting more interesting. My favorite panel is right here. Quinn talking to Dr. Venom. You're a good pilot, Venom. Too bad the weasel spirit lives in your belly like a cancer. I might have to carve it out for you someday. I continue to be excited to get to the next issue of the story. I'm going to give this issue 4 flag points. Really looking forward to seeing what happens among the Cobra ranks and how Snake Eyes and Quinn get out of jail. But that is issue 15. Knowing is half the battle, and now you know. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the next issue where we dive into issue 16.
You've been watching a Real American Brian production in association with the letters G, I, and JOE.